Hey guys, Drifter here. Today's video is very special. This is not going to be something that you've ever seen before on any gameplay commentary ever, mostly because most of this video isn't a commentary, and it also serves as a sort of pre-announcement video because I have a very big and very important announcement to make in my next gameplay commentary, and it just seems that I should stick kind of with tradition. And previously, before I announced anything big on my channel, I always uploaded one particular video. It was a sort of a old school radio drama style conversation. It was a script that I wrote up that I had intended to machinimate in Halo and then later in Half-Life, and I got all of the voice acting done. I got all of the audio work absolutely brilliant and perfect. I'm tooting my own horn a little bit. I liked it. I hope you like it. But I never could get the animation part down right. No matter how hard I try, the animators balked. My animation skills wouldn't do it. The character models wouldn't cooperate. I felt like I had this really great audio story, but I could never quite get the video part to the audio. So as it stands, it's just like an old school radio audio drama, but I promise you that you're gonna like it if you stick with it. And every time I uploaded this on my channel, it was kind of like at an epoch, right before a big change. It was always like at an exponential growth in followers, or right before I was gonna make some kind of big announcement. And it only seemed fair that I should again upload this particular video, since the last time I uploaded it was over 100,000 subscribers ago, right before I make a big announcement, which is coming up in the next video. To explain what you're about to listen to, it's a two-person conversation between, well, I'm not going to spoil the characters. The voice actors are Tori, Kamal, and Gabriel Wolf, some of the best voice actors I've ever worked with, alongside Ryan Lance, who's also good. You'll see some of his stuff later on. The setting that I had for this particular drama was in a desert. You're going to hear wind sounds, wind blowing over sands. It's like a complete abandoned desert. I was originally planning to use the sand trap map from Halo, and then later some of those little weird buggy thing sand maps from Half-Life. And in this particular drama, there are two characters that are conversing with each other, and at different points they're thinking to themselves. So in order to highlight that, because you can do that very easily with video, I'm going to make the video snap to black and white. So when the gameplay here snaps to black and white, that means this is what the person is thinking. This is what they're saying to themselves. I think I've explained this too much, and I'm just going to let you listen to it. I hope you enjoy it. Stick with it for about 3-ish minutes, and then it really takes off, I promise.
Just be patient. Your time will come. You just have to be patient.
Don't you think it's a bit too hot to be traveling today?
Speak for yourself.
Ha! I suppose you're right. So what are you doing out here anyway?
I'm waiting.
Ah, waiting. Of course. For what?
I'm waiting for somebody.
Out here? I don't think there's anyone else out here. You might be waiting for a while.
I probably will be. What brings you out here?
Well, it's a long story. I'm just trying to get back to town. You mind if I sit here and rest for a bit?
Not at all.
So, who are you waiting for?
The Destroyer.
Whoa! The Destroyer.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a bit odd, but I'll bite. Do you mind telling me a bit more about this Destroyer fellow?
He comes to end all things.
That's a mouthful. What do you mean by him ending all things?
I mean just that. He comes to put an end to everything. He embodies all that is destruction.
And just how are you going to know when this Destroyer is coming? Or even what they're going to look like?
He will come on the 17th hour of the 7th day of the 7th pass of the sun over its place of creation.
Come again?
He's supposed to come at 5 o'clock today.
Now why didn't you just say that in the first place?
The other way came more naturally. It was the way I learned it. Stay calm. Stay focused. This has to work.
You know, not to insult you or anything, but why are you so sure that this Destroyer is coming today?
My father told me, just as his father told him, and his father told him, and so on. Our family has been waiting a long time for this day.
I didn't think anyone was still alive who knew that tale. I figured they would have passed ages ago.
Lure him in. Father always said he would be vain. Just keep him talking.
Well, back to what I was saying earlier. How do you know what this person's supposed to look like? I mean, how do you know that I'm not the Destroyer?
Well, that's the problem. I asked my father the same question. He told me he didn't know what the Destroyer would look like. He only said that I would know him when he comes. You are not him.
How can you be so sure?
Bait him. Lure him in. The key to victory is deception. You don't give off this, "I'm here to destroy the entire universe" kind of vibe. You just seem a bit lost. Besides, I'm expecting some fireballs or lightning or something unmistakable when he comes. And anyway, he's supposed to come from the west. You came from the south.
I guess they didn't get everything right. I wonder what other odd things they've been saying about me. You've got me all curious now. So how does this thing destroy so much?
Well, he doesn't exactly destroy everything. At least not to start with. You see, he consumes anything and everything. Each thing that he consumes makes his power grow exponentially. The destroyer starts small, eating microbes and absorbing light. Then he moves on to animals, then people. After a little while, he'll be swallowing whole towns and patches of earth, then planets, then stars. Then he begins to tear through the planes of existence. Once everything has been eaten and there's nothing left, the destroyer no longer has anything left to destroy. Since he is the embodiment of destruction, and there won't be anything left to destroy, he will simply cease to exist. Not even the concept of nothingness will be spared.
Well, that sounds about right. If this entity is so bad, then why are you waiting on him? I mean, shouldn't you be running away or praying or something?
You've got to see it. You have to make him believe that you believe it. I'm going to stop him before he starts. When the destroyer comes, I'm going to kill him.
Well now, that sounds like one hell of a task. And just how do you plan on doing that?
With this gun. I know you see the bait. Just bite.
What makes you think a gun would hurt a thing like the destroyer?
Just like Father said, you have to lie so well that you want to believe it yourself. Well, I told you he starts out small. He also starts out weak. Perhaps scary, and perhaps still powerful, but not unstoppable. It's a small gun, but it carries a special payload. Before he passed, my father blessed these bullets and cursed them too. If the spell went right, then they should just be enough to destroy the destroyer. If only that were true, this would be a lot easier.
Magic. Those morons. I don't think there's enough magic on this world to hurt me. But those bullets... oh, well, they could do the trick. Such wisdom there is in their foolishness. Or what if that doesn't work? What if through all those years your story isn't quite right? What if nothing can stop this destroyer?
Finally, some truth. Then all is lost.
Well, if you do die out here, it's not too bad for last looks. It really is a beautiful sunset. Too bad it's going to be the last.
Yes, it is quite beautiful. I'm going to make sure that it isn't the last. He finally took the bait. Let's do this.
Your story isn't quite right. I was supposed to come from the south, and not the west. And no, I don't fly, or shoot lightning, or anything like that.
I know, but you can't know that I know.
I don't like what I do. It's just one of those things that needs to be done. Those magic bullets of yours won't do much good against me. You seem like a good man, and you risked everything to come out here and face me. You had the gall to stare into the abyss and make the abyss blink first. I respect that. I'll let you leave now and go home. Depending on how fast you walk, you might get a few more happy hours before the end comes. Accept the deal. It's a fair offer.
Thanks, but no thanks. I've got a wife and child at home, and I've got promises to keep.
I admire your bravery, but I'm only going to give you this offer one more time. Go home. Enjoy your last few hours.
Something isn't right. He isn't supposed to be afraid of me. He sure as hell isn't supposed to be making deals. Be resolute. Finish what you started. Sorry, but no. We're doing this. Right here and right now.
I may be weak, but I am no easy target. You know, you almost got me there. It wouldn't have mattered, though. I would have just come back next time. How does it feel to be the first? To know that your strength will be the very bedrock of my destruction? Can you feel it? Can you feel yourself fading away? I bet your father's proud of you now. Why are you laughing?
Can you feel the poison in me? Can you feel it becoming yours?
No poison can hurt me now. Just the taste of you makes me strong enough to survive any poison of the flesh.
I never poison my flesh. I poison my soul.
What? You insignificant... You really did it, didn't you? You poisoned your soul to kill me.
Yes. Everything else was just a ruse. I had to get you to take me. Or it would have never worked.
You know, you still die. I'm still taking your soul with me. You don't get a heaven. You don't get a hell. You don't even get to exist.
I wouldn't get any if I let you. Destroy everything.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
I have a strong son who has a wise mother. When you come, we'll be waiting. And you were right. One could do much worse for last looks.